This ball is looking a little too smooth. It doesn't look quite right. So let's go to the graph editor by going to Windows, Animation Editors, Graph Editor. Oop, it's taking itself a little moment. Here we go. Okay. So what I've done here is I've isolated translate Y because that's the only thing that we're doing is we're moving up and down on the Y. And I'm going to go ahead and stop that just so it's a little less distracting. But as you see, it does go across and it shows you what's going on. So in frame 1, and we've got this position, frame 13, this position, and frame 24, this position. We want these handles here to be straight across on the top. If they're not, you can select them. But I'm not move it. It's easy to move. And go ahead and do auto tangent, and that'll straighten them out. Now we want this nice. We want this nice curve. We want it to ease in a little bit, so that's not a problem. But right now it's too smooth at the bottom, so we want to adjust this. And in order to do it, we're going to have to break these handles because by default they move together. So if I were to grab one and use the move tool by hitting W or coming over here, they kind of move opposite of each other, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to Command Z or Control Z and back up there. So to break them, I'm going to go to Tangents, and we are going to break them. Break tangents. So now that they're different colors, I can move this one straight up, and I can move this one straight up. Come here. Sometimes it's tricky to select these things. There we go. So now we've got this really sharp V shape. So let's see what the difference is. See that? It's got a nice, crisp hit at the bottom. That's much better. So the graph editor is another way that you can animate your objects and also affect the animation that you've done in the regular interface. Next, we're going to look at adding some squash and stretch to give it a little realism.